Some of y'all are walking around with James Evans money and mentality, trying to get the respect of Uncle Phil while trying to live this traditional lifestyle like Ricky Ricardo. And that's why y'all keep failing. But do not let me stop you from listening to a man who makes dick flicks trying to make the men in his community feel comfortable with their incompetence.
What's good, people, and welcome back again on another episode. How are you guys doing today? I really hope you guys are doing well, and if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here. Please do not make it your last time, so smash the subscribe button and turn your bell notification on. There is this conversation going on, and this is going viral, especially for the fact that this advice is coming from a billionaire. So Tyler Perry was on an interview where he sent out a dating advice to women, black women in specific. In that interview, he mentioned and narrowed down on why black women need to settle and the things that they actually need to settle for. Almost preaching the struggle love that black women has been talking about on social media for quite a while now. He was in that interview preaching the struggle love to black women and how they need to accept whatever it is that a man brings to them, even if it is just the light bills. It was like, you have to settle for it as long as he loves you and as long as you make more money than him. This is a conversation that has sparked so many opinions, especially from women. It's just the same narrative of always having to tell black women in specific to settle, and black women are tired of this same conversation saying that they need to settle. I'm going to roll the clip that started this conversation before I start going into the stitches of what people have to say. And one thing I love about the advice is given out is the fact that men are coming in as well and seeing how they are painting or telling black women to constantly settle for less. Let me roll the clip that started this entire conversation so we all can be on the same page.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm gonna cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody who is, they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you, hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I remember I was having a conversation with you and I was going, I can admit that I had fallen under that, like, okay, I actually may have misunderstood what meet me at my worth meant. I thought meet me at my work was meet me at my net worth.
My net worth, right. No, not your net worth.
Right.
At least meet me at my net worth. Yeah,
Okay,
no, that's your net worth. Yeah.
And I was talking to you, I was like, and Tyler, I was like, this, and this, and I've done this, and you're like, wait. Stop. He was like, don't make it about money. And this is when I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it was it just went off and I was like, I see what you're saying. You were like, Crystal, I used to do the same thing. I would like be doing all these things for someone or people around me. And I'm like, I'm not getting anything in return, And we fall into that sometimes. And you said, but then I thought about it. They can't do for me the way I do for them.
No.
It's just like, they can't.
No.
When you explain it like that, if he is giving you all these other things, then that's something you work with. Like, wow, like this is way deeper.
Yeah, you got to remove the money from the situation because it's just going to cloud it. And then you have your girlfriend and this friend there saying, girl, he doing this and he ain't got that. And you don't understand the love that we have for each other.
That is the clip literally sparking up this conversation. And I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section. There are so many people saying, why aren't you advising men to level up? Why are you saying women have to settle down? Like, why does it have to be the woman having to come down? Why not telling the men to, level up? This conversation is becoming just an empty noise to a lot of people, because why does it have to be this particular race always being told to settle down? Like, the women are not even having it at all. They are just tired of this same narrative. Like, you are somebody who walk your way up. Why aren't you advising men as well that they can do this thing? Why are you telling the women that they have to be the one to settle? This is basically what the conversation is all about, and I am going to roll the clip so that you guys can get to see and hear what people have to say about this. And before you even start watching this clip, let me know in the comment section, do you think he is giving the right advice? Let me roll the clip and let's check out what the people are saying about this particular clip.
Once again, I am in my black apartment minding my black business. And I wake up to find out I'm on baller alert because of Tyler Perry. So let's go ahead and break this down real quick. So there's a whole video. I'm sure you already heard about it already. Go watch it if you haven't. And Jasmine already broke this down, but these are the 15 seconds I really want to drive home.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine. You know it's not fine, Mr. Perry. It's not fine that with your big black platform, you decided to get up on that couch and try to convince and condition black women to be okay with less instead of encouraging black men to do more. You know what else ain't fine? That you are a black man that went from being homeless to owning BET. What an inspiration you are. And instead of saying, black men, you could do it too, you said, black women, y'all better pay that mortgage and be okay with him paying that light bill. And I just really want to understand, why is the message always black women get used to less instead of black men do more, even from the black men who have done more? Now, of course, there are situations where this setup makes sense, where the woman might be the higher earner, but the man is still working, he's still striving, he's still showing effort, he's not complacent. Like, he probably don't got it all right now, but he's getting it, and whatever he's getting makes him satisfied. And that's the very rare secure situation that he's speaking of. But what I've seen more times than not is that men who do not have their money together are insufferable creatures, like unhappy and uncomfortable when they're unable to provide. And that uncomfortability within themselves begins to seep into the relationship. And that ego start getting beat up. And so that's why I say the messaging needs to change. Don't talk to black women. We gonna love regardless. Our love is abundant. We gonna love whoever we want to love anyway. But the help we need, Mr. Perry, we need adequate counterparts, both financially and emotionally. And let me say one more thing. We are in a recession. We need help. I had a black man tell me, well, this is what y'all fought for. Y'all fought for equality. Yeah, we fought for equality because we wanted to have our own money and contribute our ideas to society. But this ain't equal. We become the top dogs. That's not really what we envisioned. So, Mr. Perry, please stop forcing this narrative on us of struggle love in your plays, in your movies, in your interviews, and targeting black women because no other women of any race is forced this narrative upon. We also deserve to feel covered. We also deserve to feel secured. We also deserve to experience effort. And I would really appreciate if a man of your magnitude and stature would highlight and honor more stories like that. And I'm a writer, so if you need some help, holla. Okay? Thank you for your time.
And it's
Tyler, and I'm going to touch your hand when I say this. Go put on your wigs and your heels and come back to me woman to woman, because you are speaking from a viewpoint you have never lived out of, honey bunch, okay? You have all this unresolved trauma with your own father, which is why you struggle to hold black men accountable. You yourself have to cosplay a black woman and pander to white America for 30 fucking years just to become the multimillionaire that you are. What I see right now is a gaslighting page right out of Oprah's book. You're scared because you just got this studio and the writers are on strike that when we come back from all of this shit, black women are no longer going to tune into you because we have healed past the point of accepting think this type of bullshit is entertainment. I'm willing to bet your entire net worth that you can't make a movie or a television show without the concept of struggle of somebody gotta be on the brink of divorce, somebody mama gotta have cancer, somebody has to have a wicked baby mama from fucking hell. Because what I heard was black women should take care of black men and stop expecting black men to be able to take care of them, which makes perfect sense coming from you because you created Medea to sustain Tyler, did you not? I'd have made it better had you turned around and said, black men, you need to learn how to submit to black women, because I'm not gonna be the provider and he gets to be the motherfucking lead. He's not leading me into debt. I make enough money for me. But now you telling me I gotta feed 2 mouths? If I could afford it without you, I should be able to afford it 2 times over when I get with you. You would think after painting the black community in such a negative light for the last 30 years, you yourself would know that black men are the most insufferable people on the planet when they don't have any fucking funds. If black women wanted to settle for something less than what we're deserving of, we would simply audition for one of the roles that you're casting.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will.
Hey girl, you can continue to listen to that mess if you want to, but he's basically saying that women's, but we all know he's talking about black women, get with a guy who can at least pay the phone bill or the light bill. Girl, he doesn't understand, and I say girl to Tyler Perry, he doesn't understand that we have the light bill on auto pay. We don't need a black man for that. As a dating coach, I want you to know that that shit does not work. Don't settle. There's going to be a lot of programming, conditioning that will tell you, hey girl, get with a black man, even if he's not self-actualized and he hasn't been successful in his career. What I'm telling you is get with the winner, girl. Get with a guy who is self-actualized, stable, both emotionally and financially, so that you can live the best life that you want to live. What I know is that if a guy makes less than 80% of what you make, it will not work. This is a dating coach who's been doing this for 13 years for black and brown women specifically. Oftentimes, they will either want to compete with you, they will feel emasculated, and they will want to humble you and bring you down. And you all know this because many of you have probably already experienced this. This happens only for black women. Black men and other people will want to tell you, go for the bronze, girl. Just be happy that you're getting a medal, instead of telling you to go for the gold. As a dating coach for black and brown women, I'm telling you go for platinum, bitch, because you deserve all of it and more. What I know for sure is that so many of us have the model of our mothers and our grandmothers who have settled for less from black men, because many of them were with these guys in the 80s and we had a crack epidemic and we had recessions, and so they were just getting with anybody and everybody, right? And giving them mad chances and letting them get away with a lot of different things that they should not have been letting them get away with, and doing most of the labor. And I don't want that for you, especially in 2023. You get to do it differently. You have more agency, independence, and opportunities, and you get to act like it. So if you want to break those patterns, definitely book a call with me and learn how to date differently for a different result. If you don't want to book a call with me and work with me, that's fine too. Just don't listen to Tyler Perry.
If black women are going to be out here taking dating advice from Tyler Perry, it's time for me to head out the room while y'all sort out that fuckery. Because what? Tyler Perry hopped his behind on this interview and said that black women should settle. I would rather face plant into a pile of cow shit than ever settle romantically as a black woman. We grew up on Tyler Perry movies, okay? At least millennials, maybe elder Gen Zs. We had to watch these fucking movies over and over and over. We had to watch all of these black movies that showed black struggle love. And you know what it taught me? That I'm never fucking doing that shit. My mama told me when I was like 10 years old, because I'm dark-skinned and fat, I need to accept what I can get when it comes to love. It's just because you decide to date an in-the-closet snitch with felony charges who had to go into witness protection doesn't mean that I have to, and I'm not. Y'all don't be looking at dating strategically, and it be showing. And that's because black women are told to not look at dating strategically. It's okay to have a stepping stone partner. You know, life takes us to various different places, but you're gonna settle for somebody who is beneath you in every way? The fuck? We already deal with enough. You want one of your most vital relationships to be with somebody who's not even on your level? No, baby, I'd rather be alone. If I can't attract somebody who is at my level, that means I need to work on myself. I need to do more work on myself. Because I'm not about to be out here doing no struggle love. Y'all love to call black women gold diggers and all of that, when every other race of woman literally gets disgusted when they think about settling. And you know how I know? Because I be talking to them. But no, you should never settle. It's better for you to work on yourself internally and externally than to sit here and settle for some man.
So I know I have to talk about the whole Tyler Perry interview. I get it. But before I dive into the Tyler Perry interview, let's look at how his company takes black people and uses wigs to represent black people. It's hilarious, but it's not hilarious because this man is a millionaire several times over, and this is how he chooses to represent us. This is his vision. This is what he puts out on screen and says, cool, cut it, send it out. This is what he chooses to do. Millionaire several times over. It's hilarious at the, when you first see it, but then when you really think about it, this man has so much money and he is using like wish wigs on black people on things that are going to be memorialized and that everybody can see. And on that level, explain to me why. I mean, I already don't care about this advice. We saw Ayanla talk about the whole bus driver situation, and we saw Ebony K. Williams get drugged up and down social media streets, side to side, around 3 blocks. We saw it. But now he's coming in and just basically saying the same thing to black women. I get it. But why do we care what this man says? Why? Is he taking his own advice? But I know that a lot of us have seen the clip, but let's watch the clip together.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will, in our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you, and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody to, who is, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, you go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing. Listen.
So listening to him talk and listening to that woman say, I just knew he was about to say, but he's a good man, Savannah. I just knew he was about to say. And I know Tyler Perry is talking to us women. I know it. But men should be embarrassed to hear this millionaire multiple times over saying, if he can pay the light bill, if he can take you to dinner every now and then, you should take him in. You should, because that is all he got. Men should be embarrassed. Women, I think we're getting to the point where we understand that these dudes will stay on code. This dude is a millionaire several times over, and he is telling you to take a man who is just okay. That is just fine. That's what this man is saying. But would he take his own advice? Would he take his own advice? I don't know for sure if he is gay or straight. It doesn't matter. I'm sure that he has standards for himself. And yes, he is a millionaire several times over, but I'm sure he still has other standards that he has. But he wants you to not have any. And every time these people who are millionaires come on these internet streets talking to black women, it is basically ignore having any standards. But one thing they do not do, they're not talking to the man and telling him, pull your weight in the household. Be more of a partner. Work on having emotional intelligence. Are you supporting your wife? If your wife is the breadwinner, are you doing what you can to be her support system to make sure that her life is easier when she comes home? Or, I mean, I don't hear that advice. And for that reason, these men who have the earnings of a teenager are acting like they are still the king of the castle. They are acting like they are still the king of the castle, and they are bringing nothing but liabilities. And that is why I am tired of these people talking to black women. They need to be talking to black men and what they are expected to bring into a household, because simply being there is not enough, because simply being there, and Pew Research has already shown this, even when the woman is the breadwinner, even when the woman makes more money, the man is not coming in and making her life easier, because she's still doing the bulk of the caretaking, the chores, the emotional labor, organization, all of that. The woman, if she has a man in the household, even if she's bringing in the most money, is still doing that. So if we are going to continue to hammer at women's standards, when are we going to start talking about men being actual partners versus liabilities? And until they have that take where they're talking about men being assets versus liabilities, where they're talking about being partners instead of makeshift kings in their own mind, then we have nothing to talk about Tyler Perry.
What do you think about what they all said? What do you think about the points they all made in that video? Because let's be honest, for the longest, you always see talks about why black women have to be the one to settle. And it's just so crazy because whenever this conversation comes up, there are other women in the world. Why does it have to be black women? I think this is where the piece is even coming from. Was why does it have to be this certain race of women telling them to settle when other people are not even settling? And when they are vocal about how they are tired of this same narrative, it is being said that, oh, they are gold diggers, oh, this type of women are just gold diggers, they just want to milk you, they just want to do this, they just want to do that. Like, I would like to hear your thoughts about all of this in the comment section. What do you think about the advice that Tyler Perry gave in that interview as well? This seems like a good advice to you, or does it sound unrealistic to you? I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation there. Thank you all so much for being part of this video, and if you have not subscribed, please smash the subscribe button and turn your bell notification on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.